Today on Singles Court, Jennifer's putting the brakes on sharing her car.
He has his own car, and I'm the one who's driving.
She's told Toby, "Baby, you should drive your car."
You're not supposed to drive my car downtown.
But he claims he's just trying to steer clear of trouble.
People don't want to see, a young man driving a car like that. They get scared.
And Sherry's singing the blues since Larry changed his tune.
I just want to play my music.
The moody musician has been putting her down, and his routine is getting flat.
I love Sherry.
Really? He loves me by telling me that I'm fat and that I drool and that I snore.
You know what it is?
That is
You
so
know what?
funny.
You know-
Hello and welcome to Singles Court. Today we're going to meet singles who have relationship problems. Now these are problems that they couldn't work out on their own. So they've come to the right place because here they're going to meet a woman who is an author, a lecturer, and believe me, she has seen and heard it all. She is relationship expert Angela Segal.
You're right, I have seen it all.
Have you?
I have, I've seen everything.
I think that today we may test you a little bit.
Yeah, every now and then I have to cover my eyes, but...
Well, Angela, meet Jennifer and Toby. Jennifer is a nurse and Toby is a professional DJ. Toby has his own car and he claims it's too powerful to drive in the city. That's why he avails himself of Jennifer's car. Jennifer, however, has had enough. I call it the case of the muscle car hustle or driven to the edge.
Well, Jennifer, it sounds like you have somebody who basically doesn't want to drive.
Well, the thing is, we've been dating for a year, a whole year, and things were great at the beginning. But I'm just finding lately that I drive him everywhere. I've become his personal chauffeur. I drive him to the hardware store, to his friend's house, to his job,
Listen,
to his
no,
parents' house. I drive him everywhere, and I'm sick of it.
I work right downtown, in clubs and DJ. I work right downtown. I can't park my car, in front of the place. There's no parking there. So she drives me there.
No,
she
but the
drops me
thing is,
off.
he has his own car.
Yeah.
He has his own car, and I'm the one who's driving.
Okay, listen, she has a little city car, a little girl city car, okay? I have...
What's a girl city car?
Well,
Yeah, exactly. Thank you,
I'm
Angela.
sorry. I mean a little car. She has a little city car, I have a really powerful, I have a 1967 Mustang.
You have a picture of your car?
Well, yeah, because I wanted to show you, because she, of course, is going to say,
But you don't carry that with you or anything?
No.
Yes,
It
he
doesn't
does.
quite fit in your wallet,
Yeah.
is that right? Sure you have a wallet-sized version of that.
What I'm trying to say, this is a collectible. It's a very high-powered vehicle. I'm not supposed to, I can't drive that downtown. It's not good for the engine, the start and stop. It's only for open road.
But the thing
I've explained
is,
this to her. She
I
doesn't
find
know
that-
anything about cars. I've
Okay, but
explained
you know
this to her.
what? I don't know anything about him either, but you know what? I know this.
No, it's a collect.
If
This
you
is the
have a-
same car. This is the same.
Listen.
Steve McQueen drove in Bullet.
Okay.
Excuse me. If you have a collectible car, most people have another vehicle.
Exactly. Thank you.
And
I keep
it
telling
belongs
him.
to them.
Yeah, but this is a very expensive car. You understand? I can't
So
Yeah,
what
but
buy
he keeps
another.
driving my
buy-
car.
Well, no. Well,
He drives
No,
your car
I know.
too?
On top of that,
Yeah.
like when I go pick him up, I sit in the passenger seat,
Listen.
and he drives my car.
well, it's because listen.
Why?
She helps me out. She drives me to my gigs and stuff. So I don't want her to to do all the driving. So I get in the car and
Yeah, but did you
I
really-
So
drive.
considerate.
to share the,
so
to share-
considerate.
Let's think about this,
Please.
Toby. You call yourself being considerate. However, she has to drive there to get
Yeah.
you and then move on the other side. So
No.
she's still taking the same amount of time out of her day
Exactly.
to drive you from point A to point B.
That's part of a relationship. Is you help. You help.
part of a relationship
See?
is driving somebody around.
Well, no, she's helping me because I can't. Because my car is. You're not supposed to drive my car downtown.
But
You
how,
understand?
was that forever?
Another point, Angela. One more thing.
If there's more?
Yes, we've been talking about moving in together. But lately I've been feeling that the only reason he wants to move in with me is
Good
because I
idea.
have parking underground.
Oh, please.
And I think he wants to put his car
Please,
in my underground
listen.
parking.
Forget it.
That's the
I
only
know.
reason.
I want to move in with you because I love you. What are you talking about?
If you love me, why am I driving you around everywhere?
Jennifer, this may sound like a mother, but why would you move with someone who doesn't drive their car? Has no transportation, basically.
I do have transportation.
But
okay?
you don't
I have-
use it?
No.
Exactly.
Why have you bought a car that you just park everywhere?
Well,
you never drive?
no, it's for
question.
certain. Listen, it's right. First of all, I have a great spot right in front of my building, okay, and it's a high density area. Somebody's going to take my spot the second I leave. All right, it's right in front of my place. I can see it through the window, So I don't want to just
That
take it
just
out for
makes
any
me
reason
believe.
and then not.
That
and then,
just makes me believe that the only reason you
Well,
want to move in
no.
with me is because I have
Listen,
underground parking
no,
where your
it would be
little car
nice.
is
It would be
protected.
nice to have
No,
it protected
you know
underground, but that's not I just it's
no,
a
it
bonus.
just-
Wait a minute.
It's a bonus.
This is not a garage. We're not here to talk about your car. We're here to talk about the relationship. Why do you think it's necessary to move in together? I mean, obviously, Jennifer, you can't be that much of a fool to think that. I can't think of any good reason to move in with someone who doesn't drive when you got a problem with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to be drive for her to want to live with me.
Yes.
You
You,
know
need
what?
to be
You
able
know
to get to
what?
work, and you have a car.
I drive him everywhere.
Yes.
I pick
you
him
do.
up. He drives my car. We've been doing this for a year.
I mean, we're not talking about a month.
Do you even have
Help
a
me.
license?
Listen.
No,
okay?
I'm serious.
I
Do you
have
even
this
have
great
a
spot.
license?
I'm not.
She asked a question.
Answer my question,
Listen,
Toby.
okay, you see, you don't even understand. Okay, you have
Toby?
You have, yeah, I'm telling you, you have a little girl car. You show up there, they give
A
you your
girl
license,
car.
no problem. You show up in a high-powered vehicle like this, all right? They don't want to see it happen. The young man,
who's
high-powered,
that?
the
You
driver
don't
license test people. Okay, listen. I went 3 times. In the last 3 months, I failed every time. But no, I'm a great driver. I drive a car. You can ask
You
me.
don't even
because
have a
they don't
license.
want to see
Wait a
me
minute,
driving
wait a
a
minute, wait,
high-powered
you don't
vehicle
even
like
have
this.
a
Hold on.
license.
Oh, you
Toby.
didn't stop at the stop
Toby.
sign well enough. You
Toby,
didn't.
Toby,
Hold on.
let me make sure I understand you correctly. You failed your driver's license test
Well,
3 times.
Yep,
But
because
it's because of your car.
Because of the kind of car I have.
Okay.
350
Yeah,
horsepower.
I
They don't
know,
want to
I
see
know,
that.
I know. And the same car is causing you the same problem in this relationship. And I guess the part that I need to ask you is, why would you be driving her car without a license?
No, I have a learner's permit. All right. I'm using the
my
time
God.
in her car to practice. So
lying
So
to me
she's
this
your
whole
licensed
time?
driver and you have a learner's permit.
yes.
Toby,
What?
Do you think in the relationship that you maybe should have told her this?
Look, okay. Look, I know
I
a lot
can't
about
believe
cars.
this.
All right, and I have this great, really great, powerful car. You think I can go around telling people I can't even drive it?
Yeah, I think.
No,
If
well,
it's the truth.
I'd be the laughing stock, all right? All my friends would.
Okay.
Listen, no, it's impossible,
Oh
all
my
right?
God, I can't
I'm going to
believe
bring
this.
her
Jennifer,
car
do you-
next time to the thing. I can't go for a year now because it's 3 times I
You're
failed.
gonna,
But
you're gonna take the girl car.
I'm going to take the girl car to the thing. You'll see. I'll pass like that because it's all because they don't want to see a guy driving a
You've
nice,
been lying to
powerful
me for a whole
Jennifer, do
year.
you see who you're dealing with?
Yeah.
You see what you have here, okay?
Yeah.
Now, tell me again what you love about him and why you would move in with him. Unless you're gonna change your name to Greyhound.
Oh, now you can't think
No,
of
you're
anything.
right,
No,
you're
all
right.
the time, but now I can't think of
Well,
anything.
that's when she thought you were telling the truth.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, one little thing, okay.
One little thing?
I was gonna. I'm
How
getting.
do I know you haven't lied to me about everything else?
Like what?
Well, how she would know?
Well-
Otherwise, it wouldn't be a lie, right? I mean, here's my question. The whole situation you're trying to put together here is that everything's the car's fault. So,
No, it's a great car. Listen, what I'm trying to tell you is, people don't want to see, a young man driving a car like
What
that. They get
people?
scared. The testing people, they think
my
I'm gonna
God.
I'm gonna hit a granny somewhere. They think I'm gonna jump on a curb and hit a kid, because they don't you can't have a really powerful, nice sports car, and be a young guy. That's what it is. So for you women, it's easy. It's easy for you women.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
can pull up in that car,
okay.
no problem.
Okay, let's,
David,
let's
David knows what
follow
I'm talking
this line of logic, okay? Because you're scaring me. Now, basically, since the car is just such a terrible thing with you, please explain to me what the police are going to think when you drive by, when you do get your license, since they think you're going to hit grannies and everything. What are you going to do then?
Well, if I'm driving all right, if I'm not breaking the law, then they have no reason to stop me.
Oh, but
right?
they have so much against you, remember?
Well, because they don't want me to get it. Once I get it, it's
Oh,
fine.
Then it changes. Well, you know what? What the heck am I doing on this show? That makes total sense to me.
Well-
I'll be back with my resolution. There's a lot to be said for women's intuition. And you knew there was something fishy about that driving story. It just didn't sit right with you. And you knew it in your gut, and you're right. There was something fishy about it. Moving in together, I don't need to tell you that would be a huge mistake. Don't recommend it. You judge a person not by what they tell you, you judge them by their actions. And Toby's actions are clearly irresponsible. He's clearly immature. And no matter what he tells you, judge him by what you see him do. Toby, your lack of concern for Jennifer, the vehicle, everything that you've told her is apparent. You put her in a position where she didn't know you had a learner's permit, and God forbid if you would have had an accident, she would have been liable. That was unfair and irresponsible. And the worst part about it is you're not even sorry for it. You don't even show any remorse. You know what? When a person feels justified in hiding the truth, there's no hope for healing. And I think both of you need to seriously examine your relationship. Leaving won't change it. Leaving won't change it. You need to examine the relationship and really decide if you think it's worth it. You know, the bottom line is losing a person is not the end all to life. It's losing yourself that becomes the end all. Because you know what? All Toby cared about were the wild horses that he let run. And those wild horses, they didn't belong to him in his life. They belonged to the car. So you haven't lost anything. You've gained yourself. And that's that, the final word.
Next on Singles Court, Sherry's singing the blues since Larry changed his tune.
I just want to play my music.
The moody musician has been putting her down, and his routine is getting flat.
I love Sherry.
Really?
He loves me by telling me that I'm fat and that I drool and that I snore.
You know what it is?
Hi there, and welcome back to Singles Court. I'm David Knight. We're back with two more singles who have a relationship problem. And who better to deal with that than the woman with the final word, relationship expert Angela Segal.
I have a question for you, David.
Okay.
How did the guy from our last case get home?
I think you probably have to wait anyways for a ride.
He just walked off.
I was wondering about the outfit he was wearing. He looked like a breakdancer. I didn't know what was going on there. All right, Angela, meet Sherry and Larry. Sherry is a pharmacist and Larry is a music teacher. They have been together for 2 years and both claim they have been very happy. But lately, Larry has started constantly criticizing everything about Sherry, from her looks to her cooking to her friends. She says he's trying to destroy the relationship. He says he's trying to save it by addressing the problems. It's the case of the temperamental instrumentalist.
Well, Sherry, it's trouble in paradise, huh?
Oh, let me tell you, he's being so mean. He's so mean. He's telling me that, yeah, okay, sometimes I gain a little weight.
A little weight?
Lose a little weight.
A little. Listen.
And now all of a sudden the snoring's bothering him, but
And
he
she
snores
drools.
himself. Drooling?
She drools.
Oh, like that ever bothered you before? We've
like
been
that
together
never
for
bothered
2 years.
Yes, so you've been living together for 2 years?
2 years. We've
2
been
years too
together
long.
for 2. Oh, this is news. This is real news to me.
What are you so unhappy about, Larry? What's the problem?
Just her. Her friends, they come over. They
My
she
friends are
hangs
not
around,
the problem.
Bang, bang, bang on the
No,
TV.
no. If that was a problem, you could tell me. We could work on that.
All right. And the snoring?
Yeah. You snore yourself. So
I
are
don't
you gonna
snore.
stop?
I don't snore.
Are you gonna stop?
But is this
I
about...
don't. Okay, you
Larry,
drool.
Larry,
Oh my gosh.
is this about...
Oh
is
my
this about
gosh.
Larry?
All right.
Is this
put
about...
a towel
okay.
there.
Larry,
Yeah, I got to
Larry.
roll over and
That's
sleep
such
on
a
Larry.
that.
good thing.
Oh,
Okay,
good.
come back. Come back.
Thank you. Is this about snoring and drooling, or I mean, what is...
No, it's not about snoring and drooling.
I hope not, because that's going to send you to the sleep clinic. 'Cause that's what they do.
Teddy, come on. It's about Gwen.
Who's
He was
Gwen?
in a rock band. Well, acid jazz.
Gwen's
sorry.
my
acid
ex.
jazz band. Hold on, I'm
was
talking.
your ex?
Was my ex.
Okay.
Yeah, his ex. And they were in a band together. He was the keyboard player, and he was a drug addict. He was an alcoholic, and he had money problems because he had to pay back for, drugs and
Yeah,
everything.
it's easy.
And
Right,
I helped
right.
him out when I met him.
And you know what? You know what?
Gwen
That was what,
wasn't
2 years-
there.
How many? That was 2 years ago?
That was 2 years ago.
Okay.
Gwen wasn't there. The band wasn't there. I helped him out. I nursed him back to health. He didn't even know what his name was when I met him.
Is
Well, I'm
that, is
fine
that true,
now.
Larry?
Yeah, but I'm fine now, and
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
grateful
fine
for what
now.
you did. But
Well,
What?
Gwen
No,
wants
so
to-
usually when you say I'm grateful for what you
You know-
did.
you know what
wait
it
a minute,
is?
No, listen, Larry, when you say I'm grateful for what you did, that's usually an and, not a but.
yeah,
Okay, so you're grateful for what you did. So how do you show her that you're grateful?
I love Sherry.
Really?
He
Yeah.
loves me by telling me that I'm fat and that I drool and that I snore.
You know what it is?
That is
No,
so
you know
what?
funny.
You know
That
what?
doesn't.
You know what? You know what? Really, it's upsetting her. But
Well, yeah, you think
You're
she
laughing at me.
thinks I want to be with Gwen, and I
do-
don't.
no,
I just
no,
want to
I-
play my
I'm-
music.
I'm
you know,
bigger than that.
They want me.
they who?
This band.
Yeah,
Gwen's
this,
band.
this band that wants
know?
him, that didn't give a crap about him when he
It's
was
not
strung
about that. It's
out
about the music.
and drunk.
It's
And in the
about
gutter.
music.
But what do you mean they want you? What do you mean?
They want me to play with them.
What?
They just signed the record.
So you haven't been in the band.
No, I was
He's been a
years
music
ago.
teacher.
Okay.
And then, I messed up just a little bit.
A little bit, you could have died. You were near death.
All
near
right,
death.
all right, I'll give you that.
I don't know
give you
how.
that.
I
give
don't
you
know how
that,
you play
but-
music because you're so tight. You're so tight and you're so.
Oh, man.
Complaining
and
about
you-
loosen. You
So
have to
let
loosen up.
me make sure I understand. So you left the band, right?
Right.
Because you were in this
Yes.
drunken whatever stupor. So she nursed
And
you
I-
back to health by your own admission.
And
Right.
And now they want you back.
they
Yes.
want him back,
So
and
go.
they want him.
So what's stopping you from going? Go.
He made a promise.
A promise for what?
He made a promise to never go back.
To
When
who?
I nursed him back to health, he made a promise to never go back to the rock and roll world because he said, yeah, don't give me that look. He said that if he went back, it would kill him himself. He said that himself.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I said that.
Okay,
Yes,
but do you
you
But
said that.
you know what?
And now you're gonna go back on your promise? You promised.
Yeah,
you
I
promised
promise,
to
but
yourself and you promised
listen.
to me
Okay,
too.
Sherry.
listen.
Sherry?
That was a long
Listen.
time ago.
But
Seriously, that was a
Larry.
long time. I can.
Yeah, that was a long time.
Yeah, and I
Larry,
can
But
take
who's
care of me
gonna-
now.
No,
David.
because
All right,
you.
Larry,
Thank you.
please.
Larry, do you resent Sherry for the promise that you made?
A little bit.
And is that why you're treating her like you're treating her?
You made the promise.
Yeah.
Sherry, be quiet and listen to what he
Yeah.
has to say.
Yeah, it is.
But why did you make the promise back then and you think it's not valid now?
Well, that was then. I mean, now I'm teaching kids to play chopsticks. I'm a musician.
Okay. And
You know, and you know,
But I
it
asked
was
you
a
about-
promise, and
let-
I kept it for 2 years. But
And you were
but
dying.
I'm
and
asking
you're-
you about the promise. Why is it no longer valid?
it's still valid.
Okay.
But everything moves. Life changes, right?
But some things don't change. And I think you know that, which is
I've
probably why you
changed.
made.
I've
how
changed.
have you changed?
Look at me. I don't look like a drug addict now.
No, but you're also not in the same environment.
No, but I can handle that environment because now what's important to me is just the music.
Really?
You know,
But it was
it's
important
not.
to
It's
you then.
yeah, but
The music was important to you then.
Listen, honey,
and
look,
Gwen
honey,
was
honey.
important to you then. She was your girlfriend and she
Sherry.
wasn't
that was a
even
long.
there for
Gwen's
you.
married now. It doesn't
Sherry.
matter. It's about the music.
Sherry,
All right.
question for you. Do you see any room in there, in your heart and in your relationship, to allow him to follow that dream? Or do you really believe that the dream is attached to the drugs?
I believe the dream is attached to the drug.
Why?
Because he was near death. He was near death. No one was there to
I'm
help
dying
him.
now.
You're dying
I'm
now.
dying now. I can't do the things that I'm good at doing.
I mean, I guess what you have to help me understand is how you think keeping him in this box is going to stop him from. If he really wanted to do drugs, they have drugs where you live, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They're all over the world. So, what do you think you're protecting him from by keeping him in this box? He didn't have you before, and now he
No,
does.
he
But
didn't.
now he does. So why are you keeping the chain that stops him from following what he wants to do?
Because he made the promise.
Okay,
He
so-
made a promise to me. He made a promise. He made the promise to
So
himself.
you'd rather have him
more
be
than
miserable to keep the promise? Is that what you're saying?
He made the promise.
I'll be back with my resolution. You know, relationships require an understanding heart. And Sherry, it's admirable that you helped Larry out. You nursed him to health, as you said. That's great. But you can't make him live in a box. You know, you can't. You can't keep him chained because of your own fears and insecurities. It's not fair. You know, he feels stifled. He said he feels as though he's dead. I mean, those are pretty strong words. He's got a creative mind, and you're not allowing him to spread his wings and fly. Larry, your frustrations, it's not fair to take them out on Sherry, calling her names and trying to make her feel bad because of, you know, you feel frustrated. That's not right either. You know, it's when you look at the words that you use, you have to remember that they can be very abusive and very hurtful. So I would tell you that you really need to watch that. One thing I would tell you that sometimes when promises are made under duress, you have to allow yourself to go back and reevaluate them. Yes, he made a promise, but it was under duress. You have to go back and reevaluate the promise. It's not the music world that made him a drug addict. It was his choice that he made within the music world. He didn't have you then, though. He has you now. somebody who loves him and who cares about him. So at least give him a chance to go and see if, in fact, he can follow that dream. Because you can't stop him from taking that next drug or taking that next drink, no matter where he is. What I would say to you is let him go. Let him go with the band. But there must be a condition. You must attend the 12-step program and attend it regularly so that you will have that support. And then you will be there to add to the support that he gets from that, and then he can, in fact, succeed. You know the odds are against him. They're not in his favor. But you and I both know that when you're doing what he's trying to do in the music world, trying to make it, those odds aren't in his favor either. But you never know. The two of you together may just have your heart beat as one. And as you know, the whisper said it best, the beat goes on. And that's the final word.
I'd say it'd be a good idea for Larry to loosen up a bit if he ever wants to play jazz again. Well, I better go now. I've got to give Toby from her first case a ride home. See you next time with Singles Court, the final word for singles.